Hi, this is Mr. Evans. This short video is going to look at Ansoff as a key topic for A-level business students to revise. And I'm just going to be quiet for a moment, let you pause the video and see what's on the screen. Okay, so this is Ansoff's matrix, absolutely key topic for A-level business students to revise. It shows along one axis products and another axis market, and then we've got existing and new. So what is this all about? Basically, let's take a step backwards. This is a strategic planning tool, and it shows the risk associated with different growth strategies. A growth strategy is simply a way a business can increase sales, and Ansoff said there are essentially two ways of increasing sales. You can look at your products and you can look at your market. Okay, and then we can divide each of them into two. So that's four strategies in total. You can look at selling more of your existing products, or you can develop new ones, and you can look at selling more to your existing customers, or you can find new customers. That's what markets is really, customers. And so that gives us four categories which are expressed in this matrix. You can sell your existing products to existing customers. That's called market penetration. Then we've got product development, which is new products to your existing customers. Market development, which is your existing products to new markets. That might just be opening a new store in a new geographical area. Or finally, you have got new, and that is called diversification, launching a new product to a new group of customers. The key thing that Ansoff was looking at, though, was he said that risk sort of goes from left to right and up to down. Okay. In other words, product development is riskier than developing new products is riskier than selling more of your existing ones. Why? You've got to develop prototypes. And the key risk is investing in research and development. So research and development is the key cost, the key risk with developing new products. Market research and investigating, conducting research into new customers is the cost, the risk of developing new customers. And if you're doing both of those things, that makes you highly risky because you are doing diversification. So why is Ansoff's matrix a key topic? Well, as with all of these key topics, they come up in multiple questions. So it helps you to assess any strategies for growth. So if you've got a question for a business about should it develop a new product, should it go into a new market, you could start to bring in Ansoff. And critically, the risk of those strategies into a question is going to help you apply, analyze, evaluate. And it's often assessed in longer questions anyway, 20 markers on Edexcel, and they don't always say it's Ansoff. You have to be a bit strategic and understand, pick it out of the question. Is it product development? Is it market development? Is it diversification? It's often quite difficult in the question to tell whether something is actually product development or diversification. So, for example, if Apple bring out an Apple Watch, is that just product development because they're going to sell it to their existing customers, or is it diversification because they're looking at bringing in a new set of customers with the Apple Watch? So it doesn't really matter in the exam as long as you justify to the examiner why you're saying it's that particular growth strategy. So don't get too hung up on trying to identify exactly what it is. Just justify your choice to the examiner. But it's a very, very helpful strategy for you to understand. Final thing that I'll say is Ansoff is often criticised because some business strategists say diversification might actually be the least risky approach. Okay, well, why is that? If you think about it, if you're reliant on one product, one group of customers, if something goes wrong with the product or something goes wrong with that group of customers, then you might be in trouble. Diversification spreads your revenue streams across a range of products, a range of different customers. So businesses can often leverage their strengths from one market and develop synergies by launching in another. So think about Tesco Mobile, Tesco Bank, right? Tesco is a supermarket, but they've used their brand image to go into new products. Virgin is a great example. All right, in the pandemic, Virgin gyms shut down, but they were also selling Virgin Mobile, Virgin Broadband products, and those products increased in revenue for Virgin. So we can be a little bit critical of Ansoff as well. It's a really important topic, and hopefully that's given you a quick revision on it.